Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Roger's Reflections for Wednesday, February 3rd in the year 2021. Today I'm reading to you from the book of Galatians, the 5th chapter, verses 13 and 14. Galatians 5, verses 13 and 14. For you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for self-indulgence, but through love become slaves to one another. For the whole law is summed up in a single commandment: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Now, freedom is one of those hot words right now, and has been. And, the freedom, a lot of times when we think about freedom, we automatically, here in America, we think of American freedom, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We think about our, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, and freedom of speech, and those types of things. But in Scripture, it's slightly different. Those, some of that is included, but slightly different. Freedom from the power of sin. Freedom to choose what to do and what you will do. We no longer are bound by the law because Christ has set us free from the law. Although the law does give us boundaries, but we're not bound to it. We have freedom to choose, freedom to live as we desire. And so it's a good thing because the freedom, when we have that freedom, we are, I think, more expressive. We are more creative. But he says, don't misuse that freedom. Don't use it for self-indulgence. Don't spend it on yourself, but rather take the freedom and do something for someone else. And he says the whole law is bound up in one law. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. Christ himself said, hey, two laws. One, love God with all your heart, your soul, your mind, your strength. The second is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. So love ourselves, and then love our neighbors. What does that look like? Do you have the freedom now to love your neighbor in ways that, it's different when you're made to do something and when you choose to do something. When you're made, love your brother, love your sister, and the family. Hug your brother, hug your sister, shake hands with them. When we're made to do that as children, we know it's not sincere. But when we choose to love our brother, when we choose to love our sister, when we choose to love a neighbor, there's something about that. There's something different. There's something greater in that sense because it is coming from within. It is my free choice to love you or to not love you. And when I choose to love you, there are blessings that we can expect and blessings that come unexpected. I'll give you an example. On Monday, we do our distribution. We distribute food, we distribute diapers, laundry detergent, just whatever is needed to folks. And it was cold Monday. It was just cold. And for a variety of reasons, getting set up, it was me. And there was a part of me that day, it was like, oh man, I hope other people show up so I can slip out and let them do it, let them handle it. But, apparently God had other reasons. And so I'm sitting there, and part of me is like, I don't want to be here. But then there's a part of me is like, people are going to come, and they come not because they want to, they come because they have to. They need it. And so I can choose to be here. I can choose, and I did choose. And God blessed me because of that, with conversations with a number of people and truly heartfelt expressions of thanks for what we have done. If I had not chosen to stay and to do that, I could have just said, hey, we're not doing it today. If I had not chosen to stay and do that, I would not have received the blessings that I did from the people who came through. We have that freedom each and every day. Choose to love your neighbor. You are free to do that. Choose to do that and see what God will do in your life. Thanks, my friends, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.